I'm back. Sorry, it's been a while. Been trying to, get things back together. And so here we are. And it is, in fact, your boy, the Western Rite. Welcome back, everybody, to Orthodox Review, the most uneducated educational program here on the internet today. I am your host, the guy with 1.5 thumbs. I am so happy to be here with you because it's been, 2 weeks now, and I don't like going that long without dropping a video, and most certainly without dropping a review. And we have plenty of reviews coming up because I've worked a few things out, and with the medication and everything, so I think I should be able to push forward pretty ably now. So first and foremost, thank you, huge thank you to all my Patreons, channel members, and one-time donation supporters, or in some people's cases 2, 3, 4 times. You all always come out of the woodwork and help a brother out, and I'm eternally grateful for it, and I do pray for you every day. So thank you again. If you would like to help support the work we do here, first of all, prayer is a great way to support, but also if you're looking to support us financially, there's links below for Patreon, PayPal, all that stuff. And also, it's award-winning how cozy our Discord server is. It's so super cozy, so super chill. One might even say Kino. So if you're looking to connect with other book nerds, or just other Orthodox Christians, or maybe you're not an Orthodox Christian and you want to hang out with some people that are Orthodox Christian that aren't like, assholes. Head on down to our Discord. Link will be in the description. Now, let's get into the book. So there was a post a couple weeks ago. Someone sent in this book for review. They were like, hey, I go to this parish. This is our new book. Let me know what you think. I'm like, okay. And I was a little hesitant because when it comes to Western Rite prayer books, there's not a whole lot of deviation between editions. One might have 1 or 2 prayers that are not like the other, or one might have a section that the other doesn't have. But this one I thought was cool because of a few features of it. Now, it is print on demand, which, as you know, my opinion on print on demand has shifted over the years as the quality just keeps getting better and better. I'm still not the biggest fan of print on demand, but you know what? Okay, first of all, I'm going to let you know the actual print is fantastic. Really well formatted. There's no pixelation or anything like that in the art they use. It is a very clear it's very clear and easy to read. What is kind of neat in here is that in the preface, this is made for Antiochian Archdiocese, who and this one in particular follows the more Latin tradition of the Western Rite. It has the liturgy of St. Gregory in it, as you just saw. But in the preface, it mentions that the reason they chose to do print on demand is because if you find a typographical error, which I did, they advise you, admonish you to email them so that they can make corrections, so that, like, the next time someone orders one, it's printed with the corrections, which I think is really cool. The other thing that got me thinking, now, usually in these Western Rite books, you will find, like the rosary in there. And we've talked about this numerous times in the past over the last, it'll be 6 years this month. Anniversary is coming up. That there is a Orthodox way to pray the rosary, and then there's the unorthodox, quite literally, way to pray the rosary, which is like, when we pray, we do not use our imagination. We don't fantasize during prayer. That's not to say that we can't call to recollection something before we begin another decade of the Rosary. But, you know, when you're sitting there praying, asking the Theotokos for intercessions, the focus should be on that, not on like, this thing happened. And so that's always going to be a point of contention in these prayer books, because I don't think they really make that clear, because it's the way they put it down in this book is like, yeah, no, you don't meditate on a mystery, but, you know, you call this to remembrance. It's like, oh, well, you know, Christ died. But the other thing in this book that I have not seen in any Western Rite book, and I should have bookmarked it, because I don't know, I was so excited to get out here and do it, because I just took my meds and I am well caffeinated, and anyway, this book has novenas in it. What's a novena, you might ask? Okay, well, if you do not come from the Western heretical Catholic tradition, a novena is a set of daily prayers said over 9 days. Novena, it's right there in the name. Usually for a specific intention or a petition or in preparation for a feast. And there's like tons of these. You know, I mean, there's actually a website that's just like a catalog of novenas. It's fantastic. But when I saw it in the book, and you know, I was raised Latin, and you know, it never occurred to me, I was like, to look into the history of the novena, and I was delighted to see that it is in fact a pre-schism tradition that wasn't normalized as like part of like the, I don't know, what book do they call it? I don't know, the Ordinary or whatever, you know, the big fat Catholic books that they publish and say, okay, you know, we recommend you do this, until after the schism. But like many other really cool like small t traditions in the West came up in Gaul and like, you know, France and northern Italy back in like somewhere around the 7th century. And so it's kind of cool that also everything's been corrected so that it is completely Orthodox. And so imagine breaking a canon up, a supplicatory canon, paraclesis, up into 9 days in preparation for something. And that's pretty much what you got. It's very, very simple, very easy, very short. And you just kind of, you can plug it into your prayer rule or do it separately. You could do it as part of a group. I know lots of people that do it as part of like an online prayer group. And they're just neat little prayers and meditations, for, like, you know, the first one they have on here is a novena in preparation for Christmas. So you have a daily opening prayer, and then you have the antiphon for the day, and so there's 9 of them because there's 9 days of preparation, and then you have the conclusions, and, you know, there's always the Hail Mary and the Our Father and what have you in there. And so it's really, for the price, I forget how much it is, it's a really cool introduction into some traditions that you may not really be too well aware of. The other thing of note in here is the brevity of the morning and evening prayers, which are just literally just like a couple of prayers just kind of tossed in there, but powerful in that they're kind of really all-encompassing. I think sometimes forget. I sometimes forget to use words in sentences. Sometimes people forget how beautiful and penitential the nature of some of the early Western prayers were. And of course, for those of us in the West that kind of have a soft spot in our heart for some of the Western traditions, because that's maybe what we were raised in or whatever. And it really is our inheritance, and we should make it Orthodox because, you know, we've been carrying it for almost 2,000 years. But anyway, so St. Gregory Prayer Book, really great little resource, really well done, really beautiful. I mean, you know, they took and that's one of my favorite, hey, she's on the run. Anyway, yeah, so links below for this. Go pick one up. Let me know what you think. We'll be discussing it in the Discord. And, yeah, so we got more stuff coming up. I hope that wasn't too long or too long-winded or too boring. And, man, oh man, Lithium. They put me on lithium. I've only been on it for a couple days, and I'm journaling about it. I don't know what to think of it yet, but all I do know is that for the past 3 days that I've been on this stuff, my mood has been better. And maybe I'm just having a good week. I don't know yet. That's why we journal and we do this thing for a few weeks to see how it goes. But as of right now, I'm going to say I'm having a positive experience with it. So I'll keep you updated on that. And now I'm gonna put it into this one, and then I gotta do a pipe review. So with that out of the way, on behalf of Patches, the one-eyed murder mitten little maniac, and myself, thank you so much for stopping by. And don't forget to go to church, say your prayers, and remember God. God bless you, and thank you all so very much.